a commentary by Vasubandhu, the commentator on the Great Vehicle. I give reverence to the Sea of Perfect Enlightenment, Buddha, the Immaculate Doctrine, Dharma, and the Immutable Assembly, Sangha. For those of profound intellect, I shall elucidate an explanation of the Lotus Sutra. In honor of the Venerable Sage, the bodhisattvas, and the disciples, I shall briefly put forth this synopsis in order to have the Dharma benefit myself and others. I pay homage to the Buddhas and bodhisattvas of the past, present, and future. With their extensive benevolence and overwhelming supernatural powers, I entreat them to bestow me with self-confidence. Having great compassion and stopping the four maras, they protect the dominant factor for enlightenment. The merit accomplished when the Tathāgata wants to teach the Dharma. That merit is accomplished when the Tathāgata wants to teach the Dharma means the Tathāgata explains the Sutra of the Great Vehicle to the bodhisattvas. It should be known that this Lotus Sutra of the Great Vehicle has 17 titles that reveal its profound merit. What are these 17, and what do they show? 1. The Lotus Sutra is called the Infinite Meanings Sutra because it completes the meaning of words and because this religious discourse explains the subtle realm of their profound truth, or Dharma. The subtle realm of their profound truth means the ultimate realm of all the Buddhas, the Tathāgatas. 2. It is called the Most Excellent Sutra. This shows that among the 3 divisions of the Buddhist scriptures, the most excellent division is well completed in this religious discourse. 3. It is called the Greatly Expanded Sutra, since it well completes the foundation of all the vast discourses of the Great Vehicle in accordance with the faculties of living beings. 4. It is called the Instruction for the Bodhisattvas, since it well completes the instruction for those bodhisattvas with mature faculties in accordance with their capacities. 5. It is called the Sutra that is protected by the Buddhas, since the Buddhas, the Tathāgatas, abide in this Dharma. 6. It is called the mysterious Dharma of all the Buddhas, since the profundity of this Dharma is known only by the Buddhas. 7. It is called the storehouse of all the Buddhas, since the storehouse of all the meritorious meditative states of the Tathāgatas is in this sutra. 8. It is called the mysterious subject of all the Buddhas, since it is not conferred on those who do not have the capacity to understand it, such as living beings with immature faculties. 9. It is called the Sutra that produces all the Buddhas, since the great enlightenment of all the Buddhas can be produced by hearing this religious discourse. 10. It is called the seat of enlightenment of all the Buddhas, since the highest complete enlightenment of all the Buddhas can be produced through this religious discourse and not through any of the other sutras. 11. It is called the wheel of the Dharma set in motion by all the Buddhas, because the obstructions can be destroyed through this religious discourse. 12. It is called the adamantine relic of all the Buddhas, since the true absolute body or Dharmakaya of all the Tathāgatas that is found in this sutra does not decay. 13. It is called the sutra that is the great skillful expedient means of all the Buddhas, since they rely on this religious discourse to develop great enlightenment and use it to explain all the good attributes of the heavenly beings, disciples, and self-enlightened Buddhas to living beings. 14. It is called the sutra that teaches the one vehicle, since this religious discourse reveals the ultimate essence of the highest complete enlightenment of the Tathāgatas, whereas the way of the other 2 vehicles does not. 15. It is called the sutra that is the abode of the highest meaning, because this religious discourse is the ultimate abode of the Dharmakaya of all the Buddhas, the Tathāgatas. 16. It is called the Saddharma Pundarika Sutra. This title has two meanings. What are these two? The first meaning is that of a lotus emerging from water. This indicates that which cannot be destroyed emerges from the turbid water of the small vehicle. There is another significance, that of the disciples who are just like the lotus emerging from turbid water. When all the disciples obtain entry to the Tathāgata's great assembly, they too, like all the bodhisattvas, are seated on lotuses. And while listening to the explanation about the pure realm of the Tathāgata's unsurpassed knowledge, they directly apprehend this profound subject matter. The second meaning is that of a blossoming lotus. Because of the trepidation living beings have regarding the great vehicle, they are unable to produce faith in it. Therefore, a blossoming lotus represents the pure Dharmakaya of all the Tathāgatas, which causes living beings to engender faith. And 17, it is called the Supreme Religious Discourse, because of its accomplishment of verses. The accomplishment of verses means it includes countless words, phrases, syllables, and 10 millions and hundreds of tens of millions of verses. These 17 statements about the religious discourse are general, while all others are particular. Just as it says in the Lotus Sutra, quote, Buddha Chandra Surya Prabha taught the sutra of the great vehicle called the Sutra of Infinite Meanings to the Bodhisattvas, close quote.